Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the class on operation research, where we are solving the problems on graphical method. So every year, if you observe the Bangalore City BCA fourth sem question paper of operation research, either it is 2015, 16, 17, 18, whatever question paper I have, I can always show you that there is a question of graphical method being asked in exam. So graphical method problems will come for 6 marks in exam, but definitely they will come. So it doesn't matter which year you talk about, you'll always find the problem on graphical method. Okay, so we'll make sure that we'll do enough practice of the questions so that there should not be any confusion tomorrow when you write the actual exam. Okay, and graphical method is the most important concept which you should be very good with that. So we'll in today it's going forward. Today also we'll discuss the concept on graphical method. Okay, and today we'll do this problem like suppose if this problem is maxima of z is equal to 3x1 plus 4x2. You have to solve this by graphical method. The same question you can solve it by solver, you can solve it by simplex method. Simplex method, anyway, I'll teach you after I finish the graphical method. But solver is a function in MS Excel, which I'll not do for you because that is not a part of your BCA curriculum. If you want, I have made separate video on solving the question by using solver, which is a part of MS Excel to solve any LPP problem. If you want, I'll forward you that video so that you'll understand, like in MS Excel, how you can solve a graphical method problem. So maxima of z is equal to 3x1 plus 4x2 subject to 5x1 plus 4x2 is less than or equal to 200. Is less than or equal to 200, then 3x1 plus 5x2 is less than equal to 150. Okay, then the third equation is 5x1 plus 4x2 is greater than or equal to 100. Okay, and then the fourth equation is 8x1 plus 4x2 is greater than or equal to 80. And then the last is x1 and x2 should be greater than equal to 0. So you have to solve this equation by using graphical method. You know how to formulate an LPP equation. So if I give you a complete mathematical problem, so we have learned in the beginning how to formulate an LPP problem. Already we know that part. So once you are thorough with the development of how you can create an LPP equation, now what we are trying to learn how to find the solution of the LPP equation. That solution you can find mathematically by using notebook and pen, by using graphical method, or you use simplex method. Okay, so when we use graphical method, so we'll focus on constraint. What all constraint we have, we'll focus on our constraint. We'll see what all constraints we have. We'll just observe what all constraints we have. We'll focus on your constraint. Okay, we'll focus on a constraint. So we have 4 constraints. Okay, so whenever you're solving the problem by graphical method, focus on your constraint. Okay, and then the always, because you're using LPP, definitely you use linear inequalities in constraint and all. So for the time being, while solving the problem by graphical method, assume that as such there's no linear inequality. So ignore the constraint for the time being. So if I ignore the constraint, then your equation will become 5x1 plus 4x2 equal to 200. Okay, then your second equation will become 3x1 plus 5x2 is equal to 150. And then your third equation will become 5x1 plus 4x2. 5x1 plus 4x2 is equal to 100. Okay, then your third equation will become 8x1 plus 4x2 is equal to 80. Okay, so once you get this, Now, once you get this, now what you can do, I believe you know, you can see this now. Once you converted this, now if you observe this, then you can understand they are linear equation. Then you can understand they are the part of their linear equation. They are the part of a linear equation. They are a part of linear equation, and because they are the part of linear equation, every linear equation follow a straight line curve because they're a part of linear equation. Every linear equation is the part of straight line curve. Okay, every linear equation is the part of a straight line curve, and because every linear equation is the part of straight line curve, what you can do, you can find the solution of this equation. See, understand the solution of this equation. The solution for this equation will be infinite solution. So you don't need to figure out the infinite solution. You just need two solutions. So possibly if they are integer, if x1 is 0, then x2 would be equal to 50. And if you put x2 equal to 0, then x1 will be equal to 40. I hope you understood. So if x1 is 0, then x2 is equal to 50, and if x2 is 0, then x1 will be equal to 40. Similarly, you can do for the second equation. If x1 is 0, then x2 is equal to 30, and if x2 is 0, then x1 will be equal to 50. Simply substitute. So put x1 0, find the x2 value, then put x2 0, find x1 value. So if x1 is 0, then x2 is equal to 25, and if x2 is 0, then x1 is equal to 20. Then here, if x1 is 0, then x2 is equal to 20. If x2 is 0, then x1 is equal to 10. So find these points very easily. You can find this point. Let me know if you have any doubt in this. You need to find the coordinates. Once you find the coordinate, then you draw a straight line curve on these coordinates. Once you get this coordinate, draw a straight line curve on these coordinates. Okay, so draw a straight line curve. Keep this coordinate in your mind. Draw a straight line curve. Draw a straight line curve. So draw a straight line curve. 0, 10, then 20, then 30, then 40. I hope you understand coordinates and all. So very well, coordinate geometry, you have basic knowledge, first quadrant, second quadrant. So because all are positive, so I'll just focus on first quadrant only. I'm not going to draw all the four quadrants because here all are positive. So that advantage I'm getting at least when all are positive. So I don't have to focus on all the quadrants. So 0, 50, 0, 50, and 40, 0, 0, 50, 40, 0. Okay, that would be 0, 50, 40, 0. You can understand. So that is the equation of first line. So I just draw the line. So this is the first line. This is the first line. This first line represent an equation 5x1 plus 4x2 is equal to. This line is basically of 5x1 plus 4x2 is equal to 200. Now think about the real equation. The real equation was not equal to. The real equation was less than or equal to 200. Real equation was less than or equal to 200. So yesterday also I told you less than or equal to, if I'm talking about then your area, this would be your area. If it less than or equal to, then this would be your area, because you need to understand at the same time that x1 and x2 should be greater than or equal to 0. So you cannot consider negative value of x1, x2. This would be your area. So less than equal to, this would be your area. So remember that Once you're done with this, now I'll focus on second line of equation. Second line is 0 comma 30, 0 comma 30 and 50 comma 0, 0 comma 30 and 50 comma 0. Again, I'll draw the line. Simple. Then this is second line of equation was 3x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 150. 3x1 plus 5x2 was less than or equal to 150. So it means what is the area it correspond to that? It means the area it correspond to that is the area what it will correspond to that. This is the area it will correspond to that. Now for the first two line what I've drawn. Now if I'll talk about the common area, if I talk about the common area, okay, for the first two line what I've drawn, both are less than equal to, sign is less than or equal to. So the area which is common, so which we call as feasible area, feasible region. This would be the region. This would be the region. This would be the feasible region. Can you understand? So both, if you see both is less than or equal to, if you see both is less than equal to, imagine if only these two lines would have given, then my feasible region would have been this. This is the area which is common between these two lines. I hope you understood this. Now the third one is 0 comma 25. The third one is 0 comma 25. 25 will be here between 20 and 30, and 20 comma 0 and 20 comma 0. This would be your third line. So this is your third line. The third line is uh, 5x1 plus 4x2. The third line is 5x1 plus 4x2, 5x1 plus 4x2, 5x1 plus 4x2, 5x1 plus 4x2 is greater than or equal to 100, is greater than or equal to 100. If it's greater than or equal to 100, it means what area I'm talking about? I'm talking about this area. Greater than or equal to 100, I'm talking about this area. I'm talking about this area. Now the area, which is common, now the area which is common between the three line, now the area which is common between the three line is this area. This is the area which is common between the three lines. I hope you understood. This is the area which is common between the three lines, correct? So now the area which is common between the three lines, this is the area which is common between the three lines. The area which is common between, this is the area which is common between the three lines. Now the fourth line, is 0, 20, 10, 0, 0, 20, 10, 0, 0, 20, 0, 20, 0, 20, or 0, 20, 0, 20, or 10, 0, and 10, 0. Draw the line for this. So 0, 20, 10, 0. Draw the line for this. Now you can see the fourth line. What is the fourth line? 8x1 plus 4x2, 8x1 plus 4x2 is greater than or equal to 80. Greater than, okay. Again, the area correspond to this. Again, the area, what will correspond to this line would be this area. Would be this area. This area. So now if I find the area which is common, which is common, again, between all the line, so area which I'll find the common between all the line. You can spend some time if you are confused. You can find the area which is common between the all the four lines. This was the area common between the first three lines, and fourth line include all the area beyond it. So the area which is common again between the first four line, this would be the area. So now I need to find the coordinates. Now the next task is to find the coordinate. This would be 0, 30. So this would be 0, 30. Okay, this would be point B. If suppose point B is 0, 25, correct? Okay, this point C, if this is point C, C would be 20, 0. This would be 40, 0. And then this point E. E is the intersection between which two line? It is the intersection, point E is the intersection of this line and this line. I'll solve this to find the coordinate of point E. So the coordinates point E, if I want to know coordinates of point E, I want to determine, so that I'll find by solving these two lines. 3x1 plus 5x2 is equal to 150. Suppose this is equation 1, and 5x1 plus 4x2 is equal to 200. Suppose this is equation 2. So what I can do, I can cancel this. I can cancel this variable. So I'll multiply. Let cancel x1. So multiply this by 5. Multiply this by 3. So if I do this, then your equation 1 will become 15x1 plus 25x2 is equal to 750. Equation 1 will become. Equation 2 will become 15x1 plus 12x2 is equal to 600. This will be equation 2. Now subtract the equation 2 from equation 1. 13x2 is equal to 150. So the value of x2 will be 150 by 13. The value of x2 would be 150 by 13. Okay, the value of x2 would be 115 by 13. 150 by 13, not 130. 150 by 13, that is x2 value. Once you get the x2 value, you can find x1 value. Put this x2 in any equation. So put x2 equal to 150 by 13 in equation 1. Put this value in any equation. Put this in equation 1. Equation 1 is 3x1 plus 5x2 is equal to 150. So 3x1 plus 5x2, x2 is 150 by 13 is equal to 150. So you can solve this. This is 3x1 is equal to 150 minus 750 by 13. So I can find 3x1, 115 into 13, I think is 195. 1950 into 750 by 13. 15 into 13, 15 into 13, 45 and 15, yeah, 195. This would be 3x1 is equal to 1200 by 13. So x1 is equal to 1200, 13 3s are 39. X1 is equal to 1200 by 39. So, you got the x1 value, you got the x2 value. Once I'm done with this, so I'll get the coordinate of point E. Point E, x1 is 1200 by 39. This is 1200 by 39. X2 value is 150 by 13. 150 by 13. 150 by 13. I can write this is 400 by 13. I can simplify this. This is 400 by 13. 400 by 13. This is 400 by 13. Once I get this coordinate, so this will be your corner point. Once you get this coordinate, we call this coordinates as corner points. Once we get this coordinates, we'll call them as a corner point. So point A means 0, 30. That is your point A. Point B is 0, 25. Then your point C is 20, 0. Point D is 40, 0. And point E is, you can simply put this value, coordinates value. These are all called corner point. So these are your corner points. So corner point, point A is 0, 30. What you will do, point B is 0, 25. Point C is 20, 0. Point D is 40, 0. Point E is 400 by 13, 150 by 13, I guess so. So once you get this point, once you get this corner point, once you get this corner points, once you get this corner points. Once you get this corner point, now I'll use the objective function. Objective function was maximum of z, that is 3x1 plus 4x2. So I'll just put them here. I'll see what value I'm getting. I'll find the z value. So 3 into 0 plus 4 into 30, I get 120. So like this, I'll substitute and find the z value. So that would be my answer, which gives the maximum value. So I have to maximize my z. So this is 100. Then z here is equal to 3 into 20 equal to 60, because 4 into 0, that would be 0. Then z here. So 3 into 40, that is 120. Okay, so now the z is equal to 3 into 400 by 30 plus 4 into 150 by 30. So this is 1200 plus this is 1200 plus this is 60, right? 600 by 30. The z value you're getting is 1800 by 30. This is 1 za 50. 50 means 3 za 39. 110. 110. 8 za 60. 60 means 4 za 80. 80 means 6 za. So this is you're getting z value. So out of all z value, what is the maximum z value? That is 1800 by 13 only. So that gives you answer. So your x1 answer, x1 value is 400 by 13. Your x2 you're getting is 150 by 13, and your z value is 1800 by 13. This is your final answer. Anyone, any doubt, any question you want to ask from me? Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Ashwini, Ayaz, Rakshit, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? So let's discuss this problem, which came in May 2016, based on graphical method. Again, I hope if you've gone through all my previous sessions on graphical method, you know that while solving the problem, the first thing what we'll do while solving the problem is to convert the inequalities of the constraint into equality form. So you can write this is 2x1 plus x2, that is equal to 1000. So if x1 is 0, then x2 will be 1000. And if x2 is 0, then x1 is equal to 500. X2 is 0, then x1 is equal to 500. So you get with this coordinates, you can easily draw a straight line curve. To draw a straight line curve, you need minimum 2 points. If you get 2 points, you can draw a line on the 2 point. And for second equation, if you convert that into inequality, that is x1, that would be x1 equal to 400, and the third, that would be x2 equal to 700. I hope you understood this. So once you understood this, I just need to plot them. So if I see, I here I the values what I'll draw in the multiples of 100. The all are positive value, and I'll draw the values in the multiple of 100. All are positive value, and I'll draw these values in the multiple of 100. In the multiple of 100, I'll draw these values. So this is 100, then 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, then 600. Similarly, this is 100, then this is 200, then this is 300, then this is 400, then this is 500. Okay, so the first coordinate is 0, 1000. 0, first coordinate is 0, 1000, 0, 1000. Thousand I have not written 0, 1000. So draw 1000. 0, 1000. 0, 1000, 0, 1000, and 500, 0, and 500, 0, and 500, 0. Okay, 0, 1000, and then 500, 0. Okay, so once you get this, I'll draw a line. So this equation is 2x1 plus x2 less than equal to 1000. So 2x1 plus x2 is less than or equal to 1000. So 2x1 plus x2, that is 2x1 plus x2 is less than equal to 1000. Less than equal to 1000 means which area will you consider this area? This is the feasible region less than equal to 1000. So this is your feasible reason. Then second one is x1 equal to 400. Second one is x1 equal to 400. So if x1 equal to 400, if x1 is equal to 400, if x1 equal to, so I can draw a line on this. This is x1 equal to 400. Okay, this is also then this is x1 less than equal to 400. So if I say x1 less than equal to 400 means what? X1 less than equal to 400 means what? What would be the area? This would be the area common. I hope you understand the area which is common between the two curves. Less than, okay, less than sign is there. So less than sign is there. Then third one is x2 equal to 700, or then is less than equal to x2 less than equal to 7. So 700. x2 700. Well, so now so you get this. This is x2 less than equal to 700, means the area, what area will consider? The area will consider is this area. All are less than equal to. So this would be your common area which will consider. So you can find your coordinates. So what are your coordinates? You can find your coordinates. Your coordinate here, this would be, this is point A, this would be 0 comma 700. This would be your point. Okay, then this would be 0 comma 0 point B. Point C would be 400 comma 0, and point D is the intersection of two lines. What are the two lines? So what are the two lines? So here you know that x1 is equal to 0, x1 equal to 400. You know that. Then and the another line is 2x1 plus x2 is equal to 1000. So if x1 is 400, then x2 will be equal to 200. I hope you understand. You get the coordinates. So you get the four coordinates. So these four coordinates are called as corner points. So we'll call them as a corner point. So where your point A is equal to 0 comma 700. Okay. Point B is equal to 0 comma 0, and point C is equal to 400 comma 0, and point D is equal to 400 comma 200. Point D is equal to 400 comma 200. We'll call them as a corner point. Call them as a corner point. Once you get this, so find the objective function maxima of z. The objective function maxima of z is equal to, what is your objective function maxima of z is equal to 5x1 plus 3x2, 5x1 plus 3x2, 5x1, 5x1 plus 3x2. So this is 5 into 0 plus 3 into 700. This is 2100. This will be 000 only. This is 5 into 400 plus 3 into 0. This will be 2000. And this would be 5 into 400 plus 3 into 200. This is 2000 plus 600. This is 2600. That is a maximum value. You have to maximize the value, right? So out of 2100, 2000, 2600, which is the maximum value, this is the maximum value. So it means, what this mean? This mean these points are your the point of maximum value. So your x1 will be equal to 400, x2 will be equal to 200, and x1 will be equal to 400, x2 will be equal to 200, and x1 will be equal to 400, x2 will be 200, and maximum value of z will be 2600. So this is your final answer. So your final answer is x1. The value of x1 is equal to 400 and 200. So value of x1 is 400. The value of x2 is 200. And the z value what you're getting is 260. Any doubt? I ask any doubt, any question you want to ask? Okay, guys, so this much we'll do in today class. We'll continue our discussion tomorrow. Okay, so I hope you understood what we have done in today class. So I ask if anything you want to ask, please ask me. If you don't have any doubt, then I'll like to wind up the class. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow.